Hello and welcome to the Scatterable channel, and today, as you guys probably know, the Ryzen 5000 series of processors have finally been unveiled, and I'm sure you guys know about the specs, the prices, the TDP, the core counts, the threads, and all that by now. But what you guys may want to probably know, especially coming from me, is what are some possible gaming PC builds you can configure with these new Ryzen 5000 series processors that would be practical for the year 2020. So in this video, I've created like a hypothetical $1,200 gaming PC parts list using the 5600X. I've created a hypothetical $1,500 gaming PC parts list using the 5800X, and then finally a hypothetical $2,000 gaming PC parts list using the 5900X. But before we get into the PC part lists, I think you guys deserve to know my opinion on these new Ryzen 5000 series processors coming from a value and overall PC building mindset. And my initial thoughts are there have been a noticeable price increase in these new Ryzen processors. So there was actually a really interesting tweet put out by Tasty PCs not too long ago, which compared the starting base MSRPs for each 8-core Ryzen processor over each launch. And as you can tell, the price of an 8-core processor, or at least the base price, has gone up from 1st gen to 2nd gen, now to 4th gen Ryzen. Which, I mean, you have the right to do that if you're leading the CPU market and you're willing to boast claims of a 19% uplift in IPC, so instructions per core. So I mean, you're allowed to do that if you're AMD right now because you are definitely beating Intel and leading the market. But still, if you want to get an 8-core Ryzen 5000 series processor, you're going to have to dish out $450 versus like 4 years ago, or no, 3 years ago, where you could get a Ryzen 1700 for $330. And also with the Ryzen 5600X, that's had a 20% increase in price since that starts at $300 and the Ryzen 3600 started at $200 when that came out last year. But really, that's my only real thought on the Ryzen 5000 series processors. I don't doubt that they're going to be faster since the Zen 3 core is a totally revamped core. It's not like a redo of Zen 2 with some changes. It's something totally new while still being on the 7nm architecture. So with those prices in mind, it's made my PC part lists for these new processors a little bit interesting because one does not simply put like a Ryzen 5600X into a $1,000 gaming PC where we'd expect it to go because you want like a top of the line 6-core processor and like that sort of PC. But since it starts at $300, I don't think that's the smartest choice since we want obviously money for our graphics card, which is going to be more beneficial to improving our frames per seconds versus a fast 6-core processor that is just going to be doing general computing, where again, we want to spend the most on our gaming processor, which is the graphics card. So for the 5600X, here's my hypothetical $1,200 gaming PC parts list, and let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. So it starts, of course, with the 5600X, which is $300. Then we'll pair it up with a $100 to $150 B550 motherboard, depending on what features and what sort of VRMs you want. And if you're going to be overclocking that 5600X, you probably want a higher end B550 motherboard. Then 16 gigabytes of 3600 megahertz RAM. I'm going to go with the non-RGB kind just to save a little bit of money for 65 bucks. Then for our graphics card, I'm choosing a 5700 XT for $400, then a 1TB M.2 SSD for about $115, then a 750 watt 80 plus gold $100 to $120 power supply, and then any micro ATX or ATX mesh front PC case of your choice, of course depending on the size of your motherboard, for about $70 to $100. That's my hypothetical parts list. Of course, the brands and the specific products can be totally up to you. You can pretty much choose anything because for the most part, it'll be compatible. It's just that's the general like architecture for a hypothetical 5600X build for $1,200. And I think that pairing of the 5600X and a 5700 XT could be really gnarly. But even gnarlier would be a 5600X and an RTX 3070. So a $500 2080 Ti supposedly killing graphics card, and a 5600X with the latest Zen 3 architecture that's 6 cores and 12 threads, which for gaming, I think still is plenty for like 2020 modern gaming. That right there for like an $800 CPU and GPU combo sounds really rad because you're getting the latest technologies while not like wasting a ton of money. So on that note, I did actually configure a hypothetical $1,200 gaming PC parts list that actually features that CPU and GPU. I just won't unveil it yet because it might be used for a future PC build guide. So yeah. Now what about the 5800X? It's $450, 8 cores, 16 threads, runs up to 4.7 gigahertz. And for that build, here's my $1,500 hypothetical PC part list. So of course you have the 5800X for $450, a higher end B550 motherboard from anywhere from $150 to $170, then 16 gigabytes of RGB, 3600 megahertz RAM, because we're obviously spending $1,500 on a PC. You want nice looking RAM, so we'll spend the extra for that. And then an RTX 3070 for 500 bucks. Could be more because we might want an aftermarket card that could be in stock. So that could be maybe like 550. Then a 1TB M.2 SSD for the same price as the last one, 115. Another 750 watt 80 plus gold power supply that could be 100 to 120. And then again, any micro ATX or ATX front mesh panel case of your choice, depending on the size of the motherboard. And that should round out to about $1,500, but you're getting 8 cores and 16 threads on the latest Zen 3 architecture. And again, that super potent RTX 3070 graphics card. That is another high-end build that I think would be really useful, but don't forget this. With the new Ryzen 5000 series processors, we could see a drop in price on like the 3900 XT or maybe even the 3950X, or even better, the 10900K, because right now it's at about $530 on Best Buy and other sites other than Amazon. And if we can see that 10-core Intel overclockable processor drop below $500, it would be really interesting to see if that would be a better buy than the 5800X for $450. Well, actually looking at it, probably the 5800X is going to be still a better buy because it's still technically cheaper than the 10900K, but let's wait and see. It'll be interesting. And now what about the big boy, the 5900X? Well, that costs $550, and that inside my $2,000 gaming PC parts list, which will totally destroy any game you throw at it, would have to be that processor, an X570 motherboard for about $200, another 16 gigabyte 3600 megahertz RGB RAM kit for about 80 bucks, an RTX 3080 for $700 if availability and pricing is any better by then, a 1TB M.2 SSD again for 115 bucks, an 850 watt 80 plus gold power supply for about 150 bucks, because we're obviously going to want more power for that 12 core processor and that RTX 3080, especially if you want to overclock, and then a high-end ATX full tower or mid tower case for above $100. And that should put you right at the $2,000 mark with an AIO cooler. Because, I mean, we're dealing with a $2,000 gaming PC here. We want it to look nice, so let's throw in one of those liquid coolers for another 100 bucks. That should round out to about $2,000. So I see really promising things with these new Ryzen 5000 series processors and pairing them up with like the latest that NVIDIA has to offer, or possibly with what AMD has to offer with their big Navi graphics cards, which again, we know nothing about, but we'll soon know more in the coming weeks. But this is a very exciting time for PC gaming. I mean, yeah, these new processors are great and all, but from a value mindset, 10th gen Intel is going to go down in price. Ryzen 3000 is going to go down in price. By how much? I don't know. But if these new Ryzen 5000 series processors do live up to their claims of having up to a 19% increase in IPC, they're going to be straight up faster. And I want to see Ryzen 3600s go finally back down to like $175. Right now they're at 200 bucks, which is back to the original MSRP that they were at when they launched 1 year ago. Let's see some price decreases. Let's see like a 3900X build and like a $1,200 PC, 12 cores, 24 threads, a powerful graphics card. I want to see it. So hopefully these new Ryzen 5000 series processors are really good. So that is it for this huge rambling video. Thank you for making it to the end. If you want to see more of my videos, definitely do consider subscribing, because again, more Ryzen 5000 content will be coming up on the channel. And if you want to become more involved with the Scatterable community, I've got a Twitter, Discord, Twitch, Instagram, and a TikTok that's gonna be going. You wait and see. All that is linked in the description below. And with all that said, thank you so much for watching. And this is the Scatterable channel, signing out.